Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And I thought it would be fun to do another style study because I feel like it's a well-liked sort of thing on my channel. And when I feature like drawing things in my style, other people's art, or just like things in general in my style, it tends to get a lot of views. So I'm like, why not? Like, I want to improve anyway. So today I'll be studying the artist Gathering with an X, Gathering. So, yeah. And I've been eyeing their art for a while now. I think it's so good. I like how clean it is. So I will be studying this artwork here. And let me just tell you, it doesn't look that complicated, but it really is because their style is made up of really simple shapes and really simple coloring. But you gotta understand, it takes a long time to make the artwork look that clean. I kept going back and forth on this artwork, cleaning up the lines because I still couldn't get it as clean as the original drawing because it takes a lot of time during that rendering process to get clean lines like that. It takes a while to get it that neat. So most of the rendering process was really trying to get it to be neat, which I feel like can be underestimated by this type of art style. And I do appreciate how simplistic it is. Although simplistic isn't always my thing, I feel like I have started to adopt it more because having things looking cluttered in your art style is just like, like it just especially back in my old eras. Yes, I categorize my art by eras. My tonsil lip era was bad. I'm gonna insert some pictures. It was bad. And knowing that it was so recent just scares me because when I tell you they look like tonsils, like oh my god, it was just too complicated and not simple enough. So nowadays I go for more simple stuff like that. Simple eyes. I'm not trying to make it look over complicated or anything. So I feel like I appreciate that about this person's art style. And I appreciate like how they go about, like, some simple things aren't always like bad, you know what I mean? They aren't always the devil, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be complicated to be good. It can be simple. It doesn't have to be extravagant for it to be a great work of art. And one thing that I really wanted to keep in mind that I don't really do in my own art is that I noticed that the line work for this person's art style, it's lighter in certain places and darker in others, especially like around the face and the eyes. The line work is lighter, it's more brown, light brown, and in certain spots like around the chin and on the hair, it's dark, almost black. So I kept that in mind and took mental note of that. Although on the second piece, where I'm attempting the artwork in my own style, I did kind of forget that a little bit because I did do these artworks like days apart because I needed a little break from drawing. So I think these two artworks were 2 days apart. And I'm like, oh wait, let me just keep in mind the stuff that I learned from the study. But yeah, I really worked on moving on to my second piece where I'm implicating the stuff that I learned. I really tried to not go overboard with the shading, especially around the face. Back when my style wasn't as good, my art wasn't as good, I would definitely overdo it with shading, especially on the planes of the face. It doesn't need to be that extra. I don't know what I was doing, but insert pictures with my art with cheekbones beyond belief. And Aegyosal, Aegyosal that looks crazy as hell. I kid you not. Like, it was crazy. Um, so I just really focused on keeping that simple but refined look, especially in the face, because if you have refinement in the face, it draws people to it as opposed to messier around the face. So it leads you to that focal point in the middle, which is the subject's face. So I think I did a good job with that. And let me just tell you, I think this is one of the, if not best, artworks I made. So if you follow me on Instagram, by the way, follow me on Instagram, or my TikTok, and you've seen me pushing this artwork so hard, is because I really think it's one of my best and it deserves, you know, to do well, especially in the amount of time I spent on it. I know it was a long time, okay, and I think it came out great. And I feel like, by the way, like my drawing on Instagram, follow my Instagram. I'm sick and tired of you bozos not following my Instagram. Go follow it now. Anyway, I feel like it just, my skills have leveled up a lot, especially since with school I definitely don't draw as much every single year. Every single year that school comes around, I don't draw as much, like if not at all. So that's why during the school year you'll see me not post like pretty much anything. And then as soon as like there's a break or summer hits or something, post consecutively every single day. But especially since I haven't been drawing, I feel like this is great improvement. And I don't even think I needed to do this style study. I feel like my art is to a point where style studies aren't necessary. Are they fun? Yes, I do find them fun because sometimes you can learn something unexpected. Usually when I do style studies, I'll think that I'll learn something and then I'll actually try it out and then I learn something completely different that I wouldn't even think about doing or think that I would learn. So it is a good sort of thing that I like to do. And it can make subtle improvements, but I think my art is to a great point where it's not necessary and that I actually am not jealous of other people's artwork. I usually am at a point where I wish that my art could be like somebody else's, whether it's somebody on Instagram or somebody on TikTok. I will be infinitely jealous that my art doesn't look like theirs, and I'll get envy and I'll be like really sad because I'm like, why isn't my art good enough? But this is one of the first times where I don't feel that. I feel like my art is good enough the way it is, and it is unique and individual and recognizable from somebody else's while still being great. And I can't say that for all my past eras. Tonsil lips. I will never forget that. I don't know what I was on, guys. Seriously, like who let me do that? But I've never been in a spot like that before where my art has just been consecutively good with a consistent style, but also one where I'm not envious of other people. And I think that's finally like so gratifying to have because for so long I've been chasing like, oh, I want this person's style, I want that person's style. But I finally am to a point where I'm just like, but my style is good though. I'm fine with my style. So yeah, but that's enough rambling. I also want to get into and yes, the reference photo I did choose is oh my god, why am I forgetting her name? It's not Liza. What's her name? Liz Gillies and Ariana Grande. Because I like them and the reference photo was cool. So, but the lighting was the most exciting part. Because towards the end, I really came in clutch with that like Y2K like camera effect. And I didn't think I'd be able to achieve it so well, but I think it came out so good. And I did post a tutorial for that on my TikTok. Go follow my TikTok, like my videos, please. I'm in my flop era over there. It would be much appreciated if you would pull me out, pull me out, pull me out. Sorry, I turned into James Charles for a second. Leave me alone. But that would be very appreciated. But yeah, that's really my thoughts. I feel like, yeah, basically what I said, this style study wasn't necessary, but I did enjoy it a lot and I thought it was fun. And it did result in one of the, if not the best pieces I ever made. So can I really be mad or feel like it wasn't worth it? No. So, yeah, I'm just gonna shut up now. So yeah.